Electric Judgment, a powerful but not very well known power that can be used by the Jedi, and most notably Plo Koon. Now there's not very much on this, but there is a record of Plo Koon leaving a Jedi holocron with what he once did with Electric Judgment, which is Force Lightning, but for Jedi. This is in an old book called The Essential Guide to the Force, Jedi vs. Sith. Force Lightning causes excruciating pain as it weakens an individual's life and is nearly impossible to deflect. Because of the power's obvious negative aspects, it is no wonder various Jedi orders forbade its use. However, some Jedi peacekeepers have refused to dismiss or suppress what they consider to be a natural asset to their arsenal of powers. Before his appointment to the Jedi Council, Jedi Master Plo Koon left the following record on the Great Holocron. At the request of the Jedi Council, I submit this report of my actions on a mission to Matelos, specifically my use of Force Lightning. I'd been tracking a man called Dreed Pommel for 5 days across space before I found him on Matelos. Pommel had taken refuge in an executive suite within the floating city of Ektra. Despite my efforts at stealth, Pommel was somehow alerted to my approach, for when I entered the suite, he was already clutching a female human child, holding a blaster to her head. The suite was spacious, and I was separated from Pommel by a distance of 15 meters. Keeping his eyes on me, Pommel began pulling the crying girl out through a wide doorway, beyond which I could see a small ship that rested on the suite's private landing pad. Obviously, his intent was to escape, and he considered the child his assurance. I had no reason to doubt that he would ultimately kill her, even if I allowed them to board the escape vessel, for I could see what he'd done to the girl's parents and 2 siblings, whose bodies lay upon the floor of the inner suite. In hindsight, there were many possible tactics I might have employed to apprehend Pommel and rescue the child, but I did not consider any options or calculate angles of attack as I watched him drag her toward the ship. I believe I acted in the only way I could as I extended my right arm toward Pommel, releasing a barrage of lightning. I know that the Jedi Council was hesitant to send me on any assignment so soon after the death of my master Tavoka, but I did not let loose with Force Lightning the way undisciplined beings might release stress. Like other Jedi, I learned of Force Lightning at the Jedi Temple, and I am well aware that it is regarded as a dark side power. I never had any special interest in Force Lightning, or felt compelled to experiment with it, but I knew what it was, and I knew I at least had it in me. I did not feel anger as I directed the lightning at Pommel's head, nor did I fear for the girl's safety. I was calm and in control. I merely acted to end the situation before any more innocents died. Upon being struck by the first bolt, Pommel reacted as anticipated as the shock seized his systems. His arm flew out and away from his body, releasing both the blaster and the child, who fell to the landing pad. A second bolt ensured that Pommel would remain unconscious until the local authorities arrived. I was never tempted to deal a killing blow. Upon my return from Matelos, my use of Force Lightning was included in my report to the Council. I maintained that I did not embrace the dark side when I used this ability, and that I acted by the will of the Force. I appreciate the Council's concerns with my report. I have not forgotten that it was Master Tavoka's last wish that I join the Council. I also acknowledge the Council's observation that the Force runs strong in my family. The Council asked me now to contemplate whether I was hesitate to use Force Lightning again, and whether I was wrong to employ it on Matelos, and after much meditation, I believe it would be wrong of me to ignore this power that I might develop into a useful technique for combat. As for whether I was wrong to use it, I believe the only person who can rightfully answer that question is the 5-year-old girl. And now may the Force be with us all. And that is just Plo Koon's record on Electric Judgment. There's not really much else about the power, but I think it's interesting. I'd like to see it be explored maybe in the upcoming Acolyte series. We've seen Plo Koon, or someone of his species, in the background of some shots, so I'd love to see it used in live action. I think that'd be great, but that's just Plo Koon explaining his use of Force Lightning, and just saying I'd use it again if I had to, but I, didn't love it. Not a dark side thing, but yeah, let me know what you thought. I do include it in a lot of what ifs I do with Plo Koon on my main channel, the Star Wars Galaxy. But overall, thanks for watching this video. Let me know what you thought. What do you think of Electric Judgment? And I'll see you in the next video.